What's up, ball hockey fans? Dave Wagner here at the Palace of Ball Hockey. And that, of course, is the Salt Creek Sports Center. Hat trick hockey here in Palatine, Illinois. And what we've got lined up is the second of a three-game set to decide the championship of the Chicago Tier 2 Nbhl. On our viewing left, the Rats in white are competing against the Snipers in blue. This series is 1-0 in favor of the Rats, who won I believe it was 2-1 or it was a 1-0 game 2 weekends ago. There was a tournament last weekend, so everybody had a week off. So now both of these teams are back at it. Healthy scratches, or not healthy scratches, folks who are not playing: Larissa Cernas still out with a bad foot, Danielle Strohmeyer out with a bad knee. That's for the Rats. Players that are not playing for the Snipers: Sam Espinoza still out, Josh Hamlin out, and should be one other guy, and I'll probably remember him a few minutes from now. Jacob Barrera is in. That was the one other player who had been out the last time these teams played. So Barrera is number 22, and he is in. And just arriving is Eddie Urban with his brand new haircut. So he's definitely a big player for the Rats. Goaltending matchup, it's Mr. Ray Tobias, number 50, down to our left. And hidden in a gaggle of Snipers is number 33, Nick Lewanski. As I mentioned, the previous game was a 1-0 win for Tobias, so the goaltending was not an issue for either team. We'll see what happens in this game. Get you the starting lineups as the guys walk out onto the floor. This would be the last weekend of the NBHL in Chicago for this summer, so thank you to Frank Klein, who set this up for everyone. I don't see him here, but probably he is here somewhere. So if you see him around, you thank him for another great summer of NBHL action in Chicago. Hopefully summer number 4 coming up next summer is going to be just as fun. Let's take a look at the Snipers. Closest to us here, you've got Sean Whalen, number 21, centered by Steve Spizzeri, number 2. Josh Swan, right wing, number 20. Defenseman, Danny Barnes, 26. Kenny Schmidt, number 91. Out for the Rats, Marcinkowski, left wing. Steve Nevin, center. Josh Kramer, right wing. Right defense, Eric Krasich. Left defense, Alex Quain. Referees today: Craig Lombardi is the head ref, Jeremy Warden, second ref. And it looks like as soon as the gates are closed, we're going to get going. And here we go. We're going to have a drop. Game 2 of a 3-game series. Snipers need to win to stay alive. Rats win, and they go to New Jersey. Ball possessed by the Rats. Shot on goal off the toe of Lewanski's pad. That's his first save. Barboard, Marcy. Wrister to Quain behind the net. Kramer picks it up behind the net, looking for an option in front. Broken up, now regained by Steve Nevin. Another backhand shot, a save, and another backhand shot. Lewanski, 3 saves in about 8 seconds. So right away, the Rats make a strong bid for the first goal. Nevin and Spizzeri on the draw. One back in the center, taken by Josh Swan over the blue line. Josh Swan looking for a drop pass, instead bodied off the ball by Alex Quain. Dish back to Danny Barnes. Danny Barnes cannot hold it in. Looking for a pass to his partner Schmidt. Didn't connect. Now Snipers right at center, looking for an entry pass. Here's Schmidt. He's going to flip it in deep. picked up by Josh Swan. And there's Ray Tobias with his first save. The Swan got off a quick little wrist shot. Centering pass through the middle, broken up, taken by Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski far side. He's going to hold up. He's going to hold, wait up for reinforcements as here comes Joey Gleason for his first shift for the Rats. Danny Reed, his first shift. Latham Conger, Lou Mangini, and Ike Nevin. The Rats have a total change on. Let's see who we've got here. The Snipers have Ray Hagan, Spizzeri, Colin Lasser, Luke Vancouver, Connor Whalen. That's their first shift of the game. Ball underneath the Rats' net. Controlled by Spizzeri near boards. Pressured by Gleason, Joey Gleason. Ball bouncing around in the circle. Danny Reed picks it up, crosses blue line, chips it through center. Latham Conger into the Sniper zone, up ahead to Joey Gleason. Gleason guarded by Connor Whalen. Taken away by Connor. Connor motoring through center. Here he comes, he's going right up the middle. Oh, and the ball rolls off his stick. And they're offside. Nice looking rush from Connor Whalen, and just as he crossed the blue line, the puck rolled off his stick, putting his teammate Ray Hagan offside by a few feet. Frank Klein Jr. makes his first appearance. He's going to be taking a lot of draws as he normally does. He's in there against Nevin. Draw one back to the Rats. Josh Kramer. Exit pass to Marcinkowski over the red line, over the blue line. Eileen Messler, her first shift. Saw her getting ready in a hurry on the bench. The quick change artist. She shoots one off the backboards, rolls back towards Lewanski. He's going to cover that up. So Messler, 21, out for the Rats. She was not here last week, so good to have her back. Draw back to Quain. Quain, a wrist shot. It's tipped on the way in. Saved by Lewanski. That's his fifth save already. Of course, they're not keeping shots, but whatever. Kramer, Vancouver. Goal line extended. Marcinkowski spins, tries to get a shot away. Connor Whalen right on him. Ball rolls back to the blue line, taken by Marcy. Marcy spinning. Wrist shot blocked up into the ceiling by Colin Lasser. And Mr. Eddie Urban, number 9 for the Rats. Looks like he just arrived. He is jumping onto the bench. Robert Shoup, his first shift. He's going to take this draw against Nevin. It is chipped out of play. Looks like we're going to have another draw in the same spot. Draw back into the Rat zone. Picked up by Danny Roeder. Here he is, number 18. His first action of the day. Roeder on with Jake Barrera and Robert Shoup on a forward line. Roeder dropping it back to Kenny Schmidt across to Danny Barnes. A long shot blocked by Alex Quain. Ball bounces up in the air, recovered by Danny Roeder. Roeder turns, looks toward the net, across to Danny Barnes. Barnes, sideboards, drop to Barrera. Barrera falls down. Looks like he just got the toe of his shoe caught. Cleared up by Stevie Nevin and out of the zone. Snipers looking to keep the pressure up are going to enter it again. And here comes Roeder around the side, goes to the middle to Shoup. It's knocked away by Eddie Urban, his first shift. Urban charges forward over the blue line, drops to Danny Reed. Now a shot by Urban, a nice save by Lewanski. Ball dribbles back to the blue line. Danny Barnes, backhand pass ahead to Sean Whalen. Pass Eric Krasic, is going to roll on net. And Ray Tobias covers just before Sean Whalen arrives. And we're keeping shots on goal. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Billy Jocks, the goaltender for the Raiders team. They lost in round 1. He is handling shots on goal, and that's very helpful for announcers. So 5 shots for the Rats. I have them at 6, but that's close enough. Draw taken. Quain underneath his own end. Other side, Josh Kramer. Josh Kramer one-on-one with Kenny Schmidt. Josh Kramer has a step. Josh Kramer drives to the net. Pulled down from behind. No penalty. No penalty. Play on. The refs say play on. Ball stays in the sniper zone. Now taken out. Josh Swan across to Sean Whalen. He takes a long slap shot up over the net. Puck on the far boards. Eddie Urban, Josh Swan fighting for it. Still a 0-0 game. Very tight checking, tight defense so far. Ball rolls back into the sniper. Now it's center. Josh Swan over the Rats line. Shot is blocked at the line by Ike Nevin with his white shin guard. Luke Vancouver tries to pinch. He misses the pinch. Here's Josh Kramer rolling on ahead, bounces it off the end boards. It's now behind the sniper's net. And here's Lou Mangini on the aggressive forecheck from the Rats. Rats trying to really prevent the snipers from setting anything up. Sean Whalen tries to chip it ahead to himself. It's knocked away by Ike Nevin. Back toward the blue line, held in by Luke Vancouver. Vancouver chips it in, taken by Krasic of the Rats. Krasic underneath the zone net to Ike Nevin. Ike Nevin back around near boards. Oh, it's broken up and taken away, and a centering pass rolls through the crease. Joey Gleason to Mangini. Mangini can't get it out. Swan turns it over back to Nevin. Nevin in his own blue line. He's going to come over center ice now. And Nevin just going to float it in deep and take a change. Pressure by Marcinkowski. Ball up the far boards. Ray Hagan up ahead to Colin Laster. It's held in by Eddie Urban, who just came on. Urban's going to chase it down low. Far boards, Marcinkowski and Klein Jr. Klein Jr. under his own net now. Klein Jr. up the near side. Passes looking for Vancouver, taken by Urban. Urban whips it in deep. Ball hits the referee. Warden stays on the side. Lassiter and Kramer fighting for it behind the goal line. Colin Lassiter. Nice little nice shift for him there. Lassiter backhands it through center, picked up by Eddie Urban. Urban takes a second, tries the centering pass. It's knocked away. Then that pass is knocked away by Ike Nevin. Down at the blue line. Here's Lassiter, a long shot. It's broken up. A block by Messler. Messler blocks it with her shoulder. Puck trickles to the left, to the near side end board. Now far side end board. Now far side boards. Klein with Marcinkowski and Urban on him. They force it out. Ball rolls to Vancouver, a long shot. It's blocked by Kramer. Wonderful shot blocking by both teams so far. It's a huge game. That ball is trickled out from the Rats, and the Rats go off for a change. Here come the snipers trying to catch him in that change. Vancouver tees it up on another shot block. This one by Messler. That's her second in a minute and a half. Ball rolling back toward the sniper end. Great to see such good defense. Jacob Barrera, he's got the ball. He's surveying, kind of in his own zone here. Across to Danny Roeder. Danny and Jake both have the same matching cool shoes. Danny Barnes, sideboards to Barrera. Barrera waits. Tries to roll it in deep for Connor Whalen. It's broken up. Connor Whalen looks like he's taking a shift as a forward right now. And now we have a trip and fall by Alex Quain, and we're going to have a penalty. Yeah, that was a trip. Quain got the tip of Jake Barrera's stick right under his back toe, and down he went. An easy tripping call. That's Jeremy Worgan on that call. This will be a 1 minute 30-second penalty, the first penalty of the day for tripping. Jacob Barrera, number 22 in the box. Draw here is Spizzirri against Urban. Power play, Marcinkowski, Nevin, Urban, Reed, and Quain for the Rats. Penalty kill, Barnes, Spizzirri, Schmidt, and Sean Whalen for the Snipers. Oh, and they're going to get a chance. Here's Sean Whalen breaking in ahead. And he shoots it, score! Sean Whalen. I couldn't tell, maybe a backhand, forehand move, and tucks it between the pads of Ray Tobias, and a shorthanded goal for the Snipers puts them up 1-0. Oh, a huge goal by Mr. Whalen. Nice move. Danny Reed tried to pinch on the near boards to keep that ball in. Whalen outran him. And then the help from the opposite side was Alex Marcinkowski. He could not get there in time. And Sean coolly tucked in between the pillows. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Snipers. Long shot by Marcinkowski, tipped up. Remember, the Rats are still on a power play here. Quain, goal line extended. Here's Krasic. I think Krasic came on for Reed. Puck is cleared. 54 seconds left on the power play. Urban over the blue line to Alex Quain. Back to Eddie Urban eventually. Urban swings to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski flings it at the net. Saved by Lewanski. Cleared all the way on the goal by Kenny Schmidt. Ray makes a save. 28 seconds left on this first power play. Under 1 minute left in the first. Under 1 minute left in the first. Entry pass by Urban. Quickly gobbled up and flipped all the way down. 15 seconds left in the first. 10 seconds left on the power play. 39 in the period. Krasic to Urban. Urban over the red line. He's going to just dump it down. Teams are at full strength. 30 seconds left in the first. Danny Barnes going ahead for Ray Hagan, who chips it over his own head out of play. 13.9 left in the first period. Defensive period with the first goal coming on an awkward on-band break. Sean Whalen picking off a pass which was intended for one of the power play players for the Rats. He takes that pass, goes coast to coast, and puts it in. And another chip into the bench. And this face-off does move down. It was off the defenseman's stick. So Snipers get a late chance to maybe set something up off a draw. Colin Lassiter is going to take this draw against Eddie Urban. 5-on-5. Back to Frank Klein Jr. A shot is blocked in front. Kramer in the near boards. Kramer is going to roll it in deep. That's going to be an icing. And at 2.5 seconds left, the Snipers are going to get another chance. Rats playing with fire. Here's the draw. Lassiter, Urban again. Taken by Urban. He walks to the corner. And that is the end of the first. So, an exciting first period with one shorthanded breakaway being the only goal so far. So, we are at the same point we were at the end of the first game. A 1-0 score, but it's flip-flop. This time, Nick Lewanski and the Snipers are ahead.
It's going to be another game.
Shots on goal after the first period. Rats are credited with 7, Snipers with 6. Probably each team blocked just as many shots from even getting to their net. Total shots attempted is probably around 20 for each team. The Snipers do in this game what they really wanted to do in the last game, which was get that first goal. This time they have it. For a young team, that's really important. Second period's going to begin with Hagen, Klein, Lassiter, Barnes, and Schmitz for the Snipers. Urban, Marcinkowski, Kramer, Nevin, and Messler for the Rats, as Eddie Urban breaks in over the far side and puts a shot right between the the I and the P in Snipers on Lewanski's chest, and he holds. Frank Klein Jr. against Urban on the draw. Draw taken by Urban, shoots it off the post or the side of the net, gets his own rebound, dishes to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski, oh, throws it in front of the net, almost tipped into the net by Danny Barnes. Oh my goodness. Here's a shot in front, a pass in front, and a big save by Lewanski. First big scoring chance for the Rats. Marcinkowski was alone, and a big save by Lewanski. Now here's Ray Hagen breaking in. Oh, and Ray Tobias gets a piece of it with his glove. Action heating up. Right away, this is good. The fans are loving it. Players are falling all over each other, no calls. Hagen tries to beat Nevin, no good. Josh Kramer at center, bodied by Lassiter. That almost interference. Deep for Josh Kramer as the Rats come in on a change. Here comes Danny Reed on the sideboard. Danny Reed from Buffalo with that big shot, and he puts one right on net. Kick save by Lewanski. Eileen Messler as the Snipers change. She's going to come up the near boards to Latham Conger. Latham chips it to himself. Nice play by Conger. He's going to go and trip it across to Danny Reed. Danny Reed winds, fires. Oh, loose in the crease and a save by Lewanski. Oh, Reed got it all. And Lewanski got just enough to stop it behind him and look back and spied with his eagle eye that ball sitting in the crease. And he put his stick down right on it. Nice save by Lewanski. Good play. Conger turned an almost nothing possession into a great one-timer for his partner, Danny Reed. Shoup versus Nevin on the draw. Out to Krasic. Long shot toward the net. Tipped up and over the net by Nevin. Latham Conger behind. Rats are putting in some good pressure right now. Up through the blue line across Vancouver. Over to Danny Roeder. It just misses him. Snipers looking to counter. Here's Robert Shoup from a bad angle. Tips it toward the net. Taken off the backboards by Krasic. Tries to get it through to Conger. Conger spins. Backhand pass taken away by Danny Roeder, who shoots it, blocked straight up into the ceiling, it looked like. Or over the netting and out of play. Definitely seeing both teams loosening up. More chances so far in the second than we saw in the first. The Rats have already have been credited with 7 shots, not even barely 2 minutes into the second period. So the Rats are definitely putting some rubber or plastic or whatever that thing's made of at Lewanski. He's been doing great. Shoup against Urban on the draw. One back, Scott Leclerc, his first shift that I've seen him. Leclerc is one of the defensemen for the Snipers. Shoup behind the goal line. Shoup. Now Roeder, now Urban. Now Urban with Roeder on him. Urban ahead, beats one defenseman. That's Vancouver across to Louis Mangini. And it's knocked away by Luke Vancouver. Counter by Scott Leclerc. Looks like Leclerc might be playing offense. He is. He's playing wing. Leclerc, long shot wide of the net. Oh, right in front of the net. And Tobias jumps on it. Off the end boards, and these boards are kind of lively. It bounced straight back into the crease. And Tobias alertly gloves that one. Oh, looks like Leclerc might be moved up and play forward from time to time. He normally would play defense, or had been. But with Jacob Barrera, that might have mixed things up a little bit. Spizzeri against Nevin. Back to Vancouver. Shot is blocked by Josh Kramer. Connor Whalen with Kramer all over him behind his own net. Boy, Connor Whalen up to his brother Sean. Pass is knocked away. Snipers looking for a delay of game there. Now here's Whalen, a step ahead of Krasic. He tries to break toward the net. Now backhand pass, broken up. Marcinkowski 2-on-2 with Kramer. Down to Kramer, broken up by Connor Whalen. Everybody goes flying. Marcinkowski follows up. Ball exited by Josh Swan. Now to Sean Whalen. Up looking for Spizzirri. Nope. Krasic knocks it away. Marcinkowski, a long shot off the backboards, off the goaltender. And it's covered by Lewanski. Oh, that's a scary one off the backboard. And sometimes as a goaltender, if you take a shot that's wide of the net, as a goaltender, you will actually make a move to save it, then stop halfway through your save. And then when you spin and pivot, sometimes that ball can bounce off the backside of one of your feet and in. And that almost happened for Mr. Lewanski. But it did not happen. So, good recovery by him. Here's the draw, Nbhl against Klein Jr. So far, Lewanski a perfect 15 for 15 with his with shots on goal. Fantastic. He played a wonderful game one of this series. Just his team couldn't score a goal. So he's continuing his fine play. Here's Nbhl, side of the net, in front, tip. A save by Lewanski. It looked like a paddle save. Another save by Lewanski. He's looking mighty tough so far. Lassiter bowls over Messler, but the puck is taken by Ike Nbhl. Back out to the blue line. Shipped almost out. Held in to Lassiter. Lassiter, long wrist shot off of Ike Nbhl. Far side, Ray Hagan, covered by Messler. Ray Hagan comes toward the middle, spins, fired, up over the net. Lassiter near boards, pressured by Ike Nbhl. There's Lassiter behind the net, goes to the other side of the goal line, spins, fires in the glove, save by Razor Ray. So that was a nice shift by Mr. Colin Lassiter. He spun around and took a nice wrist shot, and Tobias equaled the task. Shots on goal creeping up there now. We got 16 for the Rats, 11 for the Snipers. Draw. Klein Jr. against Urban. Ray Hagan on the near side. Ray Hagan looking for Frank Klein Jr. Drops it back to Danny Barnes. Barnes flips it in deep. Ball bouncing up in the air. Colin Lassiter to the far side, guarded by Messler. Colin spins and shoots again. It's tipped on net. Another shot. Tipped on net. They score! Oh, nice play by the Snipers. Excellent play. Lassiter, spinning shot from the side. First save by Tobias. Didn't know where the rebound was, but Frank Klein Jr. did. And he rolls it underneath them. It's 2-0 Snipers. So let's see if the Rats have what it takes to come back against a really tough opponent. 2-0 in favor of the Snipers. Next goal in this game is going to be critical. I don't know if the Rats can come back with 3 goals down. Ball is lifted up into the ceiling on a clearing attempt by Danny Barnes. As I've mentioned in earlier broadcasts, the Snipers, very young team. Rats, a bit more veteran experience. So let's see how the veterans can respond to this great pressure by the young guys. There's a shot wide of the net by Marcinkowski. Taken at the blue line to Roeder. Roeder looking for Shoop, misses him. Counter, back by Kramer. Kramer ahead to Alex Quain. Alex Quain, big guy, plays wing or defense. Loses the ball. Jacob Barrera over the blue line. Jacob Barrera dropping it to Vancouver. Vancouver, a shot. That's a save by Tobias. And we've got a call here. Let's see what it is. what do we have? Craig, what do we have? Hold? Thank you. And that penalty is to Alex Quain, number 72, on a hold. Snipers head to their first power play. They've scored on the Rats power play. There's Spaziri, Barrera, Connor Whalen, Kenny Schmidt, Danny Roeder. Ball to Roeder. Back to Schmidt. Tees it up. Nope, fake shot. Now across to Connor Whalen, and a shot blocked by Marcinkowski. Now Barrera across to Roeder. Roeder down low to Spaziri. Spaziri up top to the point. Kenny Schmidt tees it up, looking for a deflection. Tipped away by Marcinkowski. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt settles, goes to Roeder. Back to Schmidt. Still up at the top. Schmidt over to Whalen. Whalen a shot, another block by Marcinkowski. Ball low to Spaziri. Spaziri, Roeder far side. Eric Krasic gets in there, rolls it back, but not out. Schmidt across to Whalen. Whalen back to Roeder. Back out to Schmidt. Schmidt tees it up. A save. And a rebound is kicked into the middle of the rink. Still held in by Schmidt. Schmidt over to Roeder. 25 seconds left in this power play. Roeder chases it back, holds it in. Schmidt sideboards. Spaziri to Whalen. Whalen shoots. Oh, he doesn't get all of it. It goes off his heel of his stick. Ball's cleared out, doesn't get out. Back to Whalen, across to Spaziri. Spaziri, a shot, and a save! Oh, it's a save by Tobias, and he never saw it. Oh my goodness, what a great set of passes. And Ray Tobias makes a save he didn't even know he made. It was between his knees. Boy, that takes a lot out of you as a goaltender with that much extended pressure and the puck being moved that much. Man, oh man, I'm sure his legs are burning, but he comes up with a big save. Spaziri had his arms raised as though it was in. No, says Ray, no. 7 seconds left in this power play. Rolls in front of the net. Marcinkowski chips it, not out. Whalen, a long shot. Partially blocked by Conger. Both teams return to full strength. Now a spinning shot in the middle, misses. Now it's going to be rolled down all the way. And icing called on the Rats. They weren't able to, when their penalty ended, they were not able to start a possession out. They just kind of chipped it all the way. So Quain is fresh. He's the only fresh Rat out of the box. The rest of them are staying on because this is an icing call, and you can't leave on an icing in the NBHL. Draw taken by Urban. Urban's going to wait a second. He's going to chip it deep, and this is going to be another icing. I'm sure that's not what he wanted to do. 2:46 left in the second period. Snipers leading 2-0 over the Rats. Shots on goal. Snipers have put a bunch of them up there all of a sudden. It's 15 for the Snipers, 17 for the Rats. Here's the draw. Far side, Sean Whalen to the middle, looking for a deflection. Danny Barnes to the middle, shot, and a huge save by Tobias. Oh, that's his biggest save of the day, a huge save. A backdoor pass right to Sean Whalen, and he pounds it. And Tobias kicks it up and over the net. Remember that save, folks. Ball is stuck against the boards. Quain, Barnes, Marcinkowski. Sean Whalen comes out with it, and we're going to have a stoppage. Maybe a penalty, but maybe just a stoppage. Action in the second period. Much higher. Looks like we got Danny Barnes into that box. Let's get a call on that. not a very good penalty here. This doesn't happen much in the Nbhl, but what we're going to have here is a 5-on-3 penalty for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Danny Barnes was called for holding. Then he must have said something to the referees and caught a second for an unsportsmanlike. So this is a 1 minute and 30-second penalty, but it's a 5-on-3. Danny Barnes took both of the penalties, but one of the other players from the bench is serving one of them, because one player can't serve 2 penalties at one time. So it looks like Colin Lasser is serving one of Barnes' penalties. It is a 5-on-3, and it's quite uncommon to get 5-on-3 penalties in ball hockey, but here it is. So Urban against Klein. Spun around and out by Connor Whalen. Oh, that's very important, especially with 3 guys. Power play, Reed, Quain, Nevin, Marcinkowski, Urban. Kill. Connor Whalen, here's a shot off the back of the net. Klein Jr. and Luke Vancouver. 1 minute left. Long shot in front, looking for a chip. Puck fired out by Frank Klein Jr., not all the way down. We're under a minute on the penalties. Urban over the blue line. Back to Danny Reed. Danny Reed across to Marcinkowski. Lots of room to pass. There's a shot by Urban wide of the net. Marcinkowski cycling with Nevin. Marcinkowski behind the net, pressured by Connor Whalen. Great battle there. Those are 2 wonderful players. Back out to Daniel Reed. 30 seconds left. Shoots it. Oh, he's looking for Quain on a shot pass. Went through Quain's feet. Now, shot ahead to Frank Klein Jr. Frank Klein Jr. 1-on-3. He's going to back it up. Smart play. Across to Luke Vancouver. 14 seconds left on the penalty. Vancouver, shot. Knocked away by Tobias. The Snipers have as many shots as the Rats on a 2-man power play. That's a high stick. An easy high stick call against Eddie Urban crossing center ice. That's going to put the ball deep in the Rat zone, and that should end the penalty. So a really anemic power play for the Rats right there. It looked like a big opportunity to jump right back in it, and did not turn into much for them. Another player from the Rats I just noticed was not here. Eddie Swiatek, one of their more reliable defensemen. He is not here today, so that does not help. Ball held in by the Snipers. Robert Shoup doesn't know where it is. 30 seconds left in the game. Period, pardon me. Marcinkowski shields off Robert Shoup. Now spins, fires right into the chest of Wolonski. A good save. Nevin underneath, looking for a pass. Nobody to go to. Picked up with 14 seconds left by Jacob Barrera. Jacob Barrera up the near side. Jacob Barrera flips it up, tries to get it himself. Eric Krasich challenges. Eric Krasich has it. Barrera, and they're all tangled up. No penalty. Oh, and a great period for the Snipers as they extend their lead and snuff out the first 2-man power play I've seen in the NBHL all year. Very exciting second period. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of that today. And here's the draw taken by Schmidt. Schmidt pressured by Joey Gleason. Messler up ahead. Scott LeClaire now over the Rats line. LeClaire. Centering pass to Barrera, misses. Back out to Danny Barnes. Danny Roeder spins off a check. Shoots wide of the net. Centering pass from LeClaire, doesn't find anyone. Now across in front, now LeClaire's gonna shoot it himself. A save, a rebound. Good save by Tobias. Joey Gleason over the blue line. Taken away by Danny Roeder. Roeder over the blue line the other way. Ball is bouncing around in front. Now it looks like going to be a trip is going to be called here against the Rats. Yes, there was a trip there. Danny Roeder got tripped. Maybe Ike Nevin. It is Nevin heading off for a trip. Snipers, Sean Whalen, Connor Whalen, Kenny Schmidt, Steve Spazzeri, Josh Swan. Rats on the kill, Marcinkowski, Krasich, Urban, and Quain. Connor Whalen holding it in at the far dot. Near side at the point to Schmidt. Schmidt down low, up the sideboards. Spazzeri, and let's cycle with Sean Whalen. Spazzeri has it, now back to Sean Whalen. Sean Whalen shoots, it's blocked in front by someone's foot. Eric Krasich tries to clear it, does not get out. Kenny Schmidt, nice play to hold it in. Schmidt across the Whalen, looking for that big one-timer from Connor. Ball rolls away, but he gets it back. And now puck is tipped up, out of play off Urban's stick. That ball should be deep in the zone, and it is. Spazzeri and Urban on the draw. Near side, Spazzeri tries to center it. Rolls under the net, out the backside to Swan. Swan rolls it underneath to Spazzeri on the near side now. Spazzeri passes chip. And chipped up under the goal line, we have a, not sure we have, this could be one of those delay of games. Let's see what happens. Hey, delay? Or a hand pass? The ball had popped straight up and it was going to land on the back of the net. Josh Swan appeared to catch the ball and perhaps place it down to himself, but I don't know how he could have done anything else. If he didn't do that, if he just tried to swat at the ball, I don't know what other play he had. Referees Ward and Lombardi are talking about it. And after all that, we're just going to have a draw in the rat zone. Probably the right call there. I have a hard time seeing a delay of game on that. Draw. Barrera against Urban. Urban chips it past Whalen. He's going to chase it down at the 2-on-1 developing. Urban looking for crisis tips and a huge save. His biggest save. Nick Lewanski. Oh, a wonderful pad, or it might have been a glove save. I don't care what it was. The ball didn't go in. Lewanski read the pass perfectly. Krasic tries to put it in. Lewanski stops him. Here come the snipers over the blue line with the ball. It's Kenny Schmidt. Nick with his biggest save of the day, keeping his shutout bid alive. There's a long shot tipped on the way in. That's a hand pass from Jacob Barrera. Now that's a hand pass. Now, for all you veterans out there, if a hand pass is pending and you don't touch it, it still is going to be recorded as a hand pass in about 3 seconds. So Spazzeri was trying to waste some time, but referee Lombardi, he's seen that trick. You're not going to outweigh a hand pass call. Either touch it or don't touch it. It's going to be called. 7 minutes left in the third period of a 2-0 game. Referees are going to talk something over here. Shots on goal. It is almost dead even. 20 for the Snipers as they go into the lead in shots. 19 for the Rats. But on the all-important scoreboard, 2-0 Snipers. So far, Nick Lewanski has been fantastic. But he was the player of the game for them last week, even though they lost. Here's Barnes, a long shot. Doesn't get through. Long shot by Schmidt. Oh, a stick block by Quain. Dangerous. Puck through center. Eileen Messler's going to chase back for it. Under the net to Alex Quain. Quain, sideboards, Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski across the center to Nevin. Nevin ahead for Kramer. Doesn't connect. Colin Lasser chips it in, picked up by Frank Klein Jr. Frank Klein Jr. from a bad angle, shoots. I think he hit his own player in the shoulder. Bounces toward the net, but not on. Lasser at the blue line. Sideboards to Klein Jr. Klein Jr. surveying. Oh, a shot pass wide. He was looking for a pass for Danny Barnes. Eddie Urban far boards, picked up by Colin Lasser. Just shrugs him off. Shot on goal. Another shot on goal. Lewanski stops those. A centering pass attempt. And looks like Lewanski has it. Lewanski stands tall. Looks like he lost his headgear for a second there. Great mental toughness from Lewanski. He is just dialed in. Unfazed. Love it. Here we go. Roeder near side. Roeder's going to take Messler himself. Beat. And Tobias comes out with a nice butterfly save. Danny Roeder had beat his check. Shoop drops to Leclerc. Leclerc shot. Hits Shoop on the foot. Now it's bouncing around near the net. And Tobias is going to jump out and cover. 5:27 left in the third. Snipers add on shots 23-21. Here's the draw. Shoop and Urban. Urban ahead. Urban 1 on 3. Urban over the red line. Waits. Chips it in. I think he chipped in and offside. The ball's going to stay out of the zone. Ball chipped behind the net. Ball held in by Conger. Leclaire and Conger. Leclaire takes. Ball into center. Dumped in by Roeder. Oh, Sniper's holding it in. Now, Vancouver. He's going to head in. He shoots, and the shot goes wide. Sniper's just starting to pin the Rats in deep, and that's something you can do when you're faster. Oh, and a bad pass out the front to Swan. Oh, he overruns it. Now, Vancouver shot. It's blocked. Josh Swan looked like he had a chance to put this game away. Here's Marcinkowski. He shoots, and the shot goes wide. Far side, Nevin and Sean Whalen. Sean Whalen spins the other way. Taken away by Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski lunges for it and rolls it right on net. Four minutes left. 2-0. Snipers. Draw taken by Eddie Urban. Has it, comes off from the corner, chips it toward the net. Not sure if it was on net. Backhand pass looking for Krasic. Krasic holds it in. Ball, shot on goal. Save. Spinning shot. Oh, just wide of the net. Looked like another good couple of chances. Lewanski had a good first save, and the second shot attempt went wide. Here's Eddie Urban. Back to Krasic. Krasic down low looking for Urban. Gets Danny Barnes instead. Danny Barnes. Far side. Kenny Schmidt. Kenny Schmidt. Far boy. Oh, he chips out of play. Kind of a nice break for the Rats there. Schmidt tried to chip it out. He shot it into his own bench. Rats really putting some pressure on. Back to 24 all. Shots on goal. It's even again. You can see Urban and Marcinkowski leaning on their sticks. There's our tired gentlemen. Spinning shot by Urban. I think that was a save by Lewanski. Krasic with Sean Whalen on. Sean Whalen takes it away. Shove from behind. No call. Thought there might have been a call for a hook. No call. Krasic up the near boards. Josh Kramer. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third. Kramer's pass does not get past Barnes. Now he tries to pass up to Urban. Does not get through. It's held in by Kenny Schmidt. Taken by Krasic under his own net. Krasic chips it to the far side looking for Quain. Quain and Lassiter collide. Ball gets loose to Josh Kramer. At center, rolled in deep. That's going to be an icing call. Barnes probably could have just taken 2 more steps and rolled it down, but you can see the Sniper strategy now. It's roll it deep, make the Rats come all the way. Great strategy, specifically with 2-goal or greater lead. 1-goal lead, sometimes it works. 2-goal lead, really good strategy. Here's the draw. Spizzeri against Urban. We've got Marcinkowski and Messler, Joey, and Quain. Draw. Won by Spizzeri. Spizzeri. Far side looking for Swan. Josh Swan challenged by Alex Quain. Ball still there, still there, still there, still there, still there. Chipped in deep by Joey Gleason. Near side. Looking for Lassiter. Lassiter ahead. Oh, looking for Ray Hagan. And he had him. Puck bounces off Ray Hagan's stick and rolls the additional 50 feet right on goal. Face off now to the left of Ray Tobias. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third period. At some point, you'd expect to see a timeout called by the Rats. or at least to do, if for nothing else, to try and coordinate when the goalie might leave. Nevin against Klein Jr. Draw, hand pass to head. It's a hand pass. So with a hand pass, you can hand pass in your own defensive zone. But if your player moves above the blue line to receive the hand pass, it would be ruled a hand pass because it's out of the defensive zone. That was an inadvertent whistle by Lombardi. I think he thought he had one of those rare situations where a hand pass goes above the blue line. It was not. They straightened it out. Center ice face-off is how you do it. And the draw is taken by Bankura. Oh, he doesn't see Joey Gleason. Joey Gleason goes right behind him, takes it. Colin Laster, his best game that I've seen him play. He's been doing a lot of good things. No more flopping. He's playing hard. Messler. Ray Hagan takes it. Now goes around the side of the net. Ray Hagan looking in front for Frank Klein Jr. Oh, and a nice block shot pass from Joey Gleason. Eddie Urban 1-on-17 over the blue line. He beats one. He beats the second. He doesn't beat Connor Whalen though. That's what happens when there's only one great player. Everybody waits for him to get the ball and they attack. Minute 28. The net is empty to my left. Ray Tobias is on the bench. The shot goes wide of the net. Near boards, Kramer. Kramer controls back to Messler. Messler tees it up. A long one toward the net. Blocked in front by Lassiter. Kramer down low. He's going to get... Oh, there's a penalty call coming up here. Penalty call came against the Snipers. And it's a 6-on-4 right now. Shot loose. Kramer, another shot, another save by Lomansky. 59 seconds left in the third. And there was a tripping call. Josh Kramer was tripped. I don't know who the culprit was, but interesting as we saw a 6-on-4 for a few seconds. Could have been a 7-on-4 or 7-on-5. Let's see what we have. Yes, it's Colin Lassiter will head in for a minute 30-second trip. Well, you know what? A minute and 30-second penalty with 59 seconds left. There's a good chance it's not going to matter too much. Well, let's see how the Rats respond. Currently a 6-on-4 situation with one of the Snipers defensemen. One of the Snipers in the box. So it's Barrera, Bankura, Roeder, and Whalen on the kill for the Snipers. And obviously your best penalty killer is your goaltender. Nick has been that all day long. Ball is bounced out of the zone. 50 seconds left in the game. 2-0 Snipers. Marcinkowski to Urban. Urban across the blue line. Urban back to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski to Krasic. Krasic to Urban. Urban across to Kramer. Kramer can't handle it. Gets it back. Kramer backed out to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski across to Krasic. A long shot blocked by Jacob Barrera. You can see the Snipers giving it their all. They want to win this one for the goaltender. Yes. Yes, Snipers. Yes. Anytime a goaltender gets a chance at a playoff shutout, you better believe that those players are trying to preserve it for him. Here's the draw. Good play by the Snipers so far to save that shutout for Nick. There's the ball under the net, taken by Urban. Urban to Krasic. And Connor Whalen's going to fire it all the way. And they can ice it all day long, and that's all they had to do was probably one icing. And there it is, folks. 7 seconds. Across the blue line, Krasic can't hold it in. Pressured, and his first playoff shutout that I have seen. Mr. Nick Lewanski, clearly the player of the game. Excellent work by him. The goals were scored by Klein, I think Klein Jr. and man, I don't know, Klein Jr. and somebody else. How's that for a call? So, in the second game of a best 2 of 3 series, we see the Snipers come back after a 1-0 loss in game 1 and record their own 2-0 shutout win. This next game, I'm not sure how much time is going to be put on the clock to let both teams rest a little bit.